Hello, dear explorers. My name is Adela. I'm an astrologer and the Gene Keys guide, and today I'm going to discuss about the activation number 48. You will see that the term activation for me encompasses Gene Keys, human design, astrology. So I use the term activation to speak about certain energy that is in transit right now. I will share my screen to show you how you can identify if you have this activation in your profile, and then I will shortly say some information I gathered about it and that made sense for me, and I hope that makes sense for you too. Before I share the screen, I want to say that it is one of my top favorite activations. I don't have it in my personal profile, but I've been meeting a lot of people having 48. A lot of my clients and my friends have this, and it is one of the energies that I really like. It's full of the resources, full of wisdom and depth, and I can't wait to dive in it and present more about it. So, first of all, I will share my screen and I will show you what we call a quantum mandala. So many times I get questions from my clients. They ask like, hey, what's the connection between astrology, the Gene Keys, human design? Is a gate and a Gene Key the same? So I hope that this kind of visual explanation can make sense for you. So right now, the sun is in Libra. If we talk about the European system, right now we are at the beginning of October. The sun is in Libra and it is activating this 48 gene key or gate or hexagram or however you want to call it. Each hexagram stays for about 6 days and then it moves to the next one. So you can see that in the Libra season, every 6 days, the hexagram will change from 46, 18, 40, 48, and so on. So right now we are in 48. All these activations here that you see are inspired by the 64 hexagram, Chinese hexagram. The human design names them gates. The Gene Keys names them keys. And in astrology, we work with certain degrees that activate these specific energies. So hope this blend makes sense for you. In case you are familiar with the human design chart and you know your human design, you can find 48 here in the spleen center. See if you have this center defined, undefined, if you have 48 active or not in your chart. I don't have 48, but I have 16, and 16 and 48 make a channel together. We will talk about it in a bit. If you are more familiar with the Gene Keys, you can also calculate your Gene Keys profile directly on the site on genekeys.com, and you can see if anywhere you can find 48. That means that it is active in your profile. And if you're a fan of astrology, I recommend working with the quantum or the extended chart. The same look if somewhere in your chart you will find 48. So this being said, hope you identified it. If you don't have it in your profile, hope dear people to you have it. So this video will be useful for you and them. I will share what information I gathered about it. Whenever I do a reading or I work on a certain chart, I like to see the chart from any perspective. For me, human design or astrology or Gene Keys are like languages, and I try to kind of speak the languages of that specific chart and see what I can find there interesting. So I share my screen and let's see what 48 brings. So if we speak about the Gene Keys, if you speak in the Gene Keys language, we have the shadow of inadequacy, we have the gift of resourcefulness, and the CD of wisdom. It's a beautiful path here. It's a great journey from the shadow of inadequacy to resourcefulness and wisdom. I guess you having this activation deeply resonate with all of the words, depending on the frequency you feel in specific times in your life. What I can say about 48 is that it is one of the most profound keys. It digs very deep into knowing. Its search is very deep. It's very much related about working with the subconscious a lot. So it's a very profound key, and it has a lot of secrets in it. The programming partner here, so the energy that opposes 48, and together with 48, 21, this programming partner creates this kind of opposition effect. And opposition, even in astrology, it's a very dynamic aspect that creates tension, but also transformation. So in case you have 48, read 21 too, because you might get some interesting advices or maybe some interesting ideas from there, and they might help you in better understanding your own placement. If we speak the astrology language, this activation is in the Libra sign between 9 and a bit degrees to 15 degrees. And when we talk about Libra, we also have to talk about Aries. And here we have the axis between Libra and Aries, partnership and self. I like to call this placement the urban shaman, or the shaman that lives in the city, because from my perspective, 48 has a lot of that specific shamanic qualities, that wise shaman, that the one that knows how to use different tools, that knows how to guide people in their very deep transformation. And why the urban shaman, or the shaman that lives in the city? Very much because of the Libra part. Libra is a very social sign, is an air sign, a cardinal social air sign that needs to be around people, that needs to be in the diversity, to change a lot of environments, to taste a lot of environments. And I find this combination simply amazing. I feel people having 48 are the ones that bring modern ways of understanding very deep and wise knowledge. Moving forward to the human design, together with 16, 48 and 16 make the channel of the talent. It's an amazing channel. I find it in charts of my clients, and I'm purely impressed by this activation. 16, it is in the throat center. It has a lot to do about speaking and communicating with enthusiasm. And hey, here I am having 16 and being enthusiastic about 48. And 48 is a gate in the spleen center. It has a lot to do with instinct, a lot to do with reaction to fear, a lot to do with using these innate resources. In the Vedic is the Indian astrology, the Indian old astrology. It's beautiful, beautiful knowledge there. 48 belongs to the Hashta Nakshatra. Nakshatra is like a lunar mansion. The symbol of this Hashta Nakshatra is the symbol of the hand that awakens, the hand as a symbol that moves the spirit. It symbolizes fast movement. It symbolizes dexterity, the ability to use the hands, the very fine perception. And also, let's remember, it's a gate of the spleen. So that perception, that instinct that just knows in the moment what it has to do. It also represents awakening. The hand is the ability to use tools. So here we have that connection with resourcefulness. How do we use the tools that we have? How do we use the hands in order to even manipulate energy in hope in the good way? It needs inspiration to be awakened. And if we think about the Libra energy, Libra sometimes needs the other, because Libra has this balance it's looking for, and sometimes it needs inspiration from other people or from something exterior. Inspiration to bring light. It is connected to the energy of the sun and the sunrise. And all in all, it's the hand of the awareness awakener. A beautiful placement. So if you have 48, think about these symbols, think about the importance of using your hands. And yep. And we'll end with the importance of this activation for the connection with the animal world and the mineral world. If you're fascinated by animals, the ones connected to 48 are the oysters, the whale, and the owl. 3 fascinating animals. I kept reading about them the past period, and I'm just amazed. The oyster just brought so much surprise to me. Of course, the owl, we all know this connection with wisdom, and the whale has such deep understanding of the frequencies of the earth. The mineral world, we have the pearl, one of the symbols of femininity, of purity, of even depth and resources. So hope these informations were useful for you, and hope they bring clarity for yourself and for your readings, or for understanding the people in your life. So thank you for watching, and hope we can connect and evolve in a nice way together. Bye.